A warm welcome to you here on TV News Hour today on TV Sapiencia. The headlines. The governors of states governed by the People's Democratic Party have instituted a suit before the Supreme Court challenging the 6-month suspension of the Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara. Thai Prime Minister Pen Totan Shinawatra survived a no-confidence vote in Parliament today Wednesday, defeating a challenge from opposition parties who accused her of being a puppet of her father, billionaire ex-premier Thaksin Shinawatra. And in sports, Argentina celebrated their 2026 World Cup qualification with a dazzling 4-1 thrashing of arch rivals Brazil in Buenos Aires on Tuesday. That will be yesterday. My name is Chioma Vic-Chukwuemeka. Now the news in full. Governors in states governed by the People's Democratic Party have instituted a suit before the Supreme Court challenging the 6-month suspension of the Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara. Now, Fubara, his deputy, Mrs. Ngozi Odu, and the Rivers House of Assembly members were suspended for 6 months by President Bola Tinubu after he declared a state of emergency in the state on March 18 and appointed a sole administrator for the state. Meanwhile, the legislatures on their part supported the president's decision to implement the suspension. However, the governors of Bauchi, Adamawa, Bayelsa, Enugu, Osun Plateau, and Zamfara State questioned the powers the president has to carry out such action. Mentioned as respondents in the suit are President Tinubu and the National Assembly. We are following up on the story and we'll keep updating you. Away from that, the controller of Ogun 1 Area Command, Nigeria Customs Service Idiroko, Mohammed Shuaibu, on Tuesday handed over a seized sum of 7 million CFA, amounting to 17,692,105 to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. Speaking during the handover held at the Idiroko command of the NCS, Shuaibu said that the feat attested to the renewed onslaught of the customs operatives in the state to deal a decisive blow to every criminal move aimed at hurting the country's economy or its security. He explained that his officers had on March 2 discovered the bag containing the foreign currency while conducting a search on passengers traveling from Nigeria to Benin Republic. The Court of Appeal sitting in Abuja on Tuesday set aside actions previously delivered against the reinstatement of Muhammad Sanusi II as the 16th Emir of Kano. Subsequently, the appellate court, upon acknowledging the transmission of the case record to the Supreme Court, directed all interested parties to exercise caution pending the hearing of the appeals at the Apex Court. In a unanimous ruling delivered by a 3-member panel of justices presided over by Justice Biobele Abraham Judge Will, the court accepted the withdrawal of the application filed by the Kano State government following the transmission of the record of appeal to the Supreme Court. During the resumed hearing on the enforcement of its earlier orders, counsel for the Kano State government, Ibrahim Wangida, informed the court of a notice of appeal filed against the stay of execution issued on Friday, March 14, 2025. Traders at the Obogu Bridgehead Drug Market in Onitsha, Anambra State, on Tuesday protested the continuous closure of their shops by the National Agency for Food, Drug Administration and Control (NAFDAC). The traders, under the aegis of concerned and genuine members of Obogu Drug Market, lamented the development has actually brought untold hardship and financial burdens upon them. The aggrieved protesters, numbering over 2,000, carried placards with different inscriptions and marched around the market, starting from Oshobo Park up to River Niger Bridge, Onitsha, and back to Oga Junction, claiming that no fewer than 5 traders have died and several others have been hospitalized as a result of depression and hunger. They alleged that NAFDAC is demanding 2 million naira from each person before they would reopen the market. While addressing journalists during the protest, the national convener, secretary of concerned genuine members of Obogu Drugs Market, Ifeanyi Chinedu, said that their shops are still under lock and key, contrary to NAFDAC's claims that it has reopened them. Chinedu urged the federal government to prevail on NAFDAC to reopen the market and also investigate claims of seizure of fake drugs, insisting that NAFDAC officials illegally invaded their shops in their absence and carted away genuine registered drugs of over 60 trailer loads from the various shops. When contacted, the NAFDAC's Zonal Director Southeast, Martins Iliomade, dismissed all the allegations, insisting that its officers carried out the enforcement exercise from February 10 to March 5, 2025, as stipulated by the law guiding the agency. Iliomade said all the items removed from the shops did not have NAFDAC approval, while restating that the current management of NAFDAC commits to ensuring that fake drugs are stamped out from the market. Now we move to education, where the Congress of University Academics, Nnamdi Azikiwe University chapter, has restated its commitment to a better welfare for its members. The coordinator of University chapter of the union, Professor Chigozie Ezonye-Jako, while addressing journalists in Oka yesterday Tuesday, pointed out that the recent emergence of Konwa in Unizik is aimed at providing a platform for academics to thrive. Ezonye-Jako stressed that the goal of the union is to achieve a stable academic environment and intellectual freedom while placing a strong premium on the welfare and concerns of the members. He also encouraged intended members to be part of Konwa and seize the opportunities presented by the union to not only improve themselves, but also to advocate and advance university education in Nigeria. The conversion of vehicles to compressed natural gas will soon commence in Imo State following the training of 60 auto technicians. Director General of the National Automotive Design and Development Council, Oluwemiwo Joseph Osanipin, made the disclosure in Owerri during the CNG Empowerment and Awareness Summit, which focused on education and empowerment. Osanipin said CNG-powered vehicles were sustainable fuel alternatives in Nigeria, disclosing that 60 people were trained and certified last Saturday for the Imo State populace. He expressed appreciation to Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State for his commitment and support for the initiative, adding that the summit's objective was to educate the people of the state, especially the youth, on the advantages of switching to CNG-powered vehicles. He said the summit is part of the NADDC's larger campaign to drive adoption and ensure safety and standardization in CNG usage. In Anambra State, the government has commemorated the 2025 World Tuberculosis Day with a call for all hands to be on deck to eliminate the viral disease. Addressing the media during a press conference to commemorate the event, which is being held on 24th March of every year, the State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Afam Obidike, noted that TB is caused by the Mycobacterium tuberculosis, primarily affecting the lungs, but capable of affecting other parts of the body, saying that tuberculosis remains one of the world's deadliest infectious diseases in the world, adding that in 2023, the state achieved a 90% of its TB cases, a findings target with a 90% treatment success rate. The Anambra State Director of Public Health, Dr. Afam Aneme, opined that the celebration gives room for the event to be celebrated a few days after the event to make up for some unforeseen contingencies, saying that event is in line with Governor Soludo's mandate of providing quality and accessible healthcare services to the Anambra. A bill seeking to protect the rights of persons living with HIV and those affected by AIDS in Anambra State has passed its second reading at the State House Assembly, titled "A Bill for a Law to Provide Against All Forms of Discrimination and to Give Protection, Access and Care to All Persons Living with HIV and Affected by AIDS in Anambra State and for Related Matters." The legislation aims to eliminate stigma and ensure equal opportunities for those impacted by the virus. The bill was sponsored by the lawmaker representing Obaro Constituency 1, Honorable Noble Igwe, who emphasized the urgent need for a legal framework to safeguard the rights of HIV-positive individuals and promote their access to health care, employment and social services without discrimination. The Speaker of the House, Right Honorable Somto Chukwudeze, commended the initiative and referred the bill to the House Committee on Health for further scrutiny before its third reading and passage into law. Nigeria's President Ahmed Tinubu has flagged off construction of the second Niger Bridge road linking Delta and Anambra State, Phase 2B. The president was represented by the governor of Anambra State, Professor Chukwuemeka, performed the flag-off at Obunike, Oyuluku government area. The 35 kilometers road with 7 flyovers and bridge and a width of 35 to 46 meters will connect Atani through Obosi, Mpo, and terminate in Obunike. Governor Soludo stated that at completion of the gigantic project will connect several communities, bypassing Onitsha, and have a lot of impact on the lives of Ndi Anambra, while such partnership between Anambra State government and the federal government for the development of the southeast will lead to a maximized benefit to the common man. The Minister for Works, Engineer Dave Omahi, who revealed that the project will benefit those traveling down from Lagos, said that the road will have cameras and solar-powered street lights, adding that 30% mobilization has been approved and released to the contractors. Away from Anambra State and Nigeria, we move right now to Sai, where the Prime Minister Pentotan Shinawatra survived a no-confidence vote in Parliament today, Wednesday, defeating a challenge from opposition parties who accuse her of being a puppet of her father, billionaire ex-premier Thaksin Shinawatra, after a 2-day censure debate in which the opposition attacked the 38-year-old Pentotan's management of the country and her inexperience. MPs voted down the no-confidence motion by 319 votes to 162 with 7 abstentions. Pentotan thanked her supporters after winning the vote. Pentotan became Prime Minister last year at the head of a coalition government led by Piotai Party, the latest incarnation of the political movement founded by Thaksin after the incumbent Sreta Tavisin was thrown out by a court order. Away from Thai, we move to sports, where Argentina celebrated their 2026 World Cup qualification with a dazzling 4-1 thrashing of arch rivals Brazil in Buenos Aires on Tuesday yesterday. Julian Alvarez, Enzo Fernandez, Alexis McAllister and Giuliano Simeone sealed an emphatic win, with world champions who had been assured of their World Cup berth after Bolivia's 0-0 draw with Uruguay earlier on Tuesday. Now, that goalless stalemate ensured a festive atmosphere at the Estadio Monumental before a ball had been kicked, and Argentina kept the party going with a blistering performance. The win means Argentina have qualified for next year's finals in the United States, Mexico, and Canada with 4 games to spare. The Argentines lead the 10-team qualifying group with 31 points from 14 games and are guaranteed one of the 6 automatic qualifying slots awarded to South America. Brazil is a 4th in other South American games. Ecuador stayed on course for qualification with a 0-0 draw against Chile in Santiago. Ecuador is 2nd in the standings, 8 points adrift of Argentina on 23 points. Uruguay's draw with Bolivia and Brazil's heavy loss allowed them to move up to the 3rd place on goal difference. Now, Colombia, meanwhile, missed the chance to close the gap on the leaders after a 2-2 home draw with Paraguay in Barranquilla. Venezuela boosted their hopes of a first-ever World Cup qualification with a 1-0 win over Peru in Maturin. Well, that's it on the news. A quick reminder of our top stories. We told you that governors of states governed by the People's Democratic Party have instituted a suit before the Supreme Court challenging the 6-month suspension of Rivers State Governor Similaye Fubara. Thai Prime Minister Pentotan Shinawatra survived as no-confidence votes in Parliament today, Wednesday, defeating a challenge from opposition parties who accused her of being a puppet of her father, billionaire ex-premier Thaksin Shinawatra. And finally, in sports, we told you that Argentina celebrated their 2026 World Cup qualification with a dazzling 4-1 thrashing of arch rivals Brazil in Buenos Aires yesterday, Tuesday. Many thanks for joining us on the news this hour on TV Sapiens. My name is Chioma Vic-Chukwuemeka. Thanks for watching and stay with us.